Check. Good morning to all the distinguished dignitaries, respected faculty members, esteemed guests, and dear participants. It is our great privilege and honor to welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of SPORTINTEL 2026, the third International Conference on Advanced Sports Science and Intelligence Performance. I request all of you all to remain standing for the Tamil Thai Varthu.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெரிலொழுகும் சீராடும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் மதிசிறந்த திராவிடர் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிளமை சிரம் வியந்து செயல் மடந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you. I request you all to be seated. The lighting of the lamp signifies the removal of darkness and ushering in of wisdom and knowledge. I request all our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to please light the Kutuvirakku and start the auspicious event. Thank you, dear all. It is my honor to invite a visionary leader who has been instrumental in promoting sports excellence and innovation and nurturing talents in SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Professor Dr. R. Mohanakrishnan, Director, Sports SRM IST, is a visionary leader who has helped with this event. Sir, I request you to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning, one and all. On behalf of Directorate of Sports and the Computer Science Application Computer Science, I welcome our respected Registrar Sir to preside the function, and respected Thiru J. Meghanatha Reddy Sir, Member Secretary Sports Authority of Tamil Nadu. He is the man. Last 3 years, SDAT bring the lawless to our state. I welcome you, sir. And welcome all the dignitaries on the stage and off the stage, and my dear scholars and research supervisors and research scholars. This is the third international conference about the advanced sports science and intelligent performance technologies. The SPORTINTEL 2026, the name was said by our founder chancellor. Our founder chancellor aim the SRM bring lawless to our country and state toward the March 2036 Olympics. A sincere thanks to all be there in this inaugural function. Thank you one and all. Welcome.
We are honored to have with us Thiru J. Meghanathan Reddy, IAS, who serves as the Member Secretary of Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu. I request our dignitaries to honor him with a memento and a shawl. Let's all give them a warm round of applause. I request our Honorable Registrar to kindly accept a little token of our appreciation. It's a privilege to welcome Dean Science and Humanities, Dr. Duraiswamy, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We are privileged to have with us today our academic leader and administrator who has played a pivotal role in strategic strengthening of our institutional excellence. Dr. S. Ponnuswamy, Registrar, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, is widely respected for his leadership and commitment to academic governance and unwavering support for interdisciplinary initiatives. May I now request Sir to kindly deliver the presidential address.
Very good morning to all of you here. The chief guest of today's function, Thiru J. Meghanathan Reddy, IAS, Member Secretary, Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu, Director Sports, Dr. Mohanakrishan, the Dean Science and Humanities, Deputy Dean, and other colleagues on the dais and off the dais, invitees, distinguished speakers, and delegates from different institutions, and my dear students. And once again, a warm morning to every one of you. Indeed, it gives me a great pleasure in presiding over this function, and the third international conference on advanced sports science and intelligence performance technologies, and this is being organized by the Directorate of Sports in association with the Department of Computer Applications and Computer Science, Faculty of Science and Humanities. Friends, I would like to brief about the various research activities that is happening at SRM Institute of Science and Technology. See, every year in the annual budget, our Chancellor and Pro-Chancellors sanction around 8 to 10% of the total budget for research purpose alone. A lot of research activities are happening, and if you see the total number of publications that are happening in the institution, it is like anything, and we are in the third position in the country in terms of number of publications. See, in the NIR of 2025, we stood at 25th position, and that includes many nationally important institutions like IITs, NITs, ICERs, etc. See, there are 1,150 universities in the country, out of which we are in the 25th position. See, to support the various research activities, we give lot of incentives to the faculty members for publications, patents, and getting projects also. See, if someone get projects from different funded agencies, from the institution side, we pay an amount of 5% of the total amount sanctioned from the institution, not from the fund sanction from the government or non-governmental agencies. And if you see the total worth of equipments which are available in the country, available in the institution, it comes around 250 crores to 300 crores. You know very well, there is a separate building for research, which is called Sir C.V. Raman research block, which is situated adjacent to the Tech Park 1 and the School of Bioengineering. Lot of research activities are happening. The institution is supporting like anything, and there are a lot of research scholars here. You may be aware of this also. You are being paid with the stipend of 31,000 rupees per month for 3 years. And not only that, the research scholars are also paid with the incentives for publishing the research articles. So we have been supporting the various research activities in the institution like anything. And also every year, huge number of conferences are being conducted. I mean national, international conferences. And this is of one such type. See, of course, such kind of conferences are being conducted to share the knowledge among the faculty members, among the students. I appreciate the efforts taken by the Directorate of Sports and also the Department of Computer Science and Computer Application, FSH, for arranging such a wonderful conference. And I request all the students here to interact with the experts from the industry and academia and gain knowledge. And I hope this would be useful to your research and also your future life. Okay, so make use of this opportunity, and my best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir, for your words of wisdom. And with such support, I'm sure that we will soon put SRM as #1 in research. It is indeed a great pleasure to have with us today Thiru J. Meghanathan Reddy IAS, who serves as the Member Secretary of the Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu. A distinguished civil servant known for his visionary leadership and administrative excellence, he has been instrumental in driving sports infrastructure development and promoting athletic talent across the state. His commitment to empowering youth through sports and fostering high-performance ecosystems is truly commendable and inspiring. Sir, we are truly deeply honored to have with us today. We request you to kindly address the gathering.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். மரியாதைக்குரிய பொன்னுசாமி சார், ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரார் Dr. Mohan Krishnan, guest on the dais, faculty members of Directorate of Sports, and among the students from across the country, and participants of this international conference on SPORTINTEL. அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். It's an absolute pleasure to be with you this morning. In fact, I was supposed to come to the department almost few months ago. Last minute I could not come. So then I always wanted to come to the Department of Sports here. I've been to the university before, but I always wanted to come and interact with the sports department. For the simple reason being, the first interaction between me and Mohan Krishnan sir goes back some 3 years ago. The Hindu sports star every year gives an award called Sports Star Aces Award. In 2024, early 2024, Bombay they were giving awards. So Tamil Nadu was selected as the best state and SRM University was selected as the best university. So it's a rarity that the same state and university of the state gets a recognition under Madri. And in multiple forum after that, I have been interacting with Mohan Krishnan sir and your department. What really I appreciate in what all they do is two things. One, the passion with which they drive sports here. Infrastructure ஆகட்டும் சரி, இந்த மாதிரி conferences ஆகட்டும் சரி. So I must place on record my congratulations and a big thank you to the top management at SRM, starting with Chancellor sir and Vice Chancellors and Registrar. Normally, Department of Sports Net is seen as one of the last departments, not so much of importance given. I've just seen your swimming pool and I'm coming here. A very, very fine infrastructure. A swimming pool can be an example to say how much your intention and attention is towards sports under the. And second, the kind of admissions that they give to sports persons. I once know a very nice athlete, who wanted an admission. I called Mohan Krishnan sir. I know it was quite tough at that point of time because I think it was the middle of the year or something like that. But he came back to me next day and saying, sir, we are admitting him. A very rarity. நான் ஒரு government institution call பண்ணி சொல்றதுக்கு, I'll be thinking, call பண்ணி சொன்னா அவங்க பண்ணுவாங்களா இல்லையான்றது. But it shows the intent of the institution and the directorate to encourage sports person and give them a chance. I know many students, many sports persons whom SDAT and Government of Tamil Nadu is supporting are students of SRM. In fact, they go after the students and bring them for the admission. My sincere congratulations to you, sir. It's a fantastic job that you're doing. The reason I'm stressing is, normally we India Lab, one of the discussions that happen every 4 years is when we get prepared for Olympics is, why don't we get enough medals? Why do India get less medals? This is a question that all of us are worried about. But the critical reason behind that is, where none of us almost focus, is our discontinuity from school, after school in sports. Till school, we are really good in sports. Parents give an opportunity, schools give an opportunity, there are competitions. Once you finish 10th and 11th or 11th and 12th, the entire focus, the so-called bright sports person, is pushed into academics. The parents or the society feels, idu varku podum, whatever that sports you have done is enough. If you continue with sports after this, there is no future for you. So get into some engineering or some professional course. This is a single reason why India lacks in medals, because your peak talent or your peaking of talent start at the age of 14 or 15, immediately after your 10th or 12th. It is this age between 15 and 25 where champions are nurtured. India, exactly that's where we drop. Because we don't have higher education institutions in government and in private which give primacy to sports. An university like this, normally many other universities focus on education. Parents think, okay, I'm sending my child to SRM or some other institution. By the time 4th year or 5th year is done, whichever course they take, they should have a job. They should have a job. They should land in a job in an MNC. That's all. So your dreams of sports person, your dreams of creativity, everything is gone to win. And why will we win medals when our entire talent after 12th is sucked into academics and not into sports? So unless India figures this out, unless India finds a solution to it collectively, we might be hosting Olympics, we might be hosting Commonwealth Games, but our medal tally will not improve. That's where institutions like SRM is doing a fantastic job, because you are assuring a sports person that we'll take care of your academics. You don't worry about the academics part, you focus on your sports. If every state in both government and private has at least 10 institutions like this with that intention, I'm sure we'll get more medals. And I want you to keep continuing this fantastic job, sir. And my best wishes for the conference. It's really heartening to see Director of Sports conducting so many conferences and so many papers. And you told me that around 60 papers. It's a fantastic sign. To all the students of the Department of Sports, one thing that I would like to tell you is, India will see an exciting time ahead in the next 2 decades for sports. So if you have chosen your path in sports, there's an exciting decade and 2 decades ahead. For the simple reason that Commonwealth bid is confirmed. So India is hosting Commonwealth Games, and 2036 Olympics in all probability will come to India. Once that is announced, there'll be a revolution of sorts happening in this country across various sectors of sports, from sports training to coaching classes to manufacturing to sports science, particularly sports science. So everything will undergo a huge change. So my request to all of you who's part of this department is, keep your eyes and ears open as to what's happening in the world of sports around. There are a lot of exciting opportunities lying ahead for you, particularly sports science. In fact, coming from sports department, government sports department of Tamil Nadu, one of the important focus areas for us is sports science. In fact, as we speak, we are probably the first government department in the country to have launched athletic management system for all our hostel students. SDIT runs hostels, 44 sports hostels, where we have 2,600 students across multiple disciplines, starting from class 7 to graduation and post-graduation. All these days, we did not have a proper athlete management system. Now, last month, the Deputy Chief Minister, sir, launched an athlete management system where every student, every coach will have a tab, and every student will be assessed scientifically on a daily basis as to what their performance, what their improvement is, or what their loopholes are. So this will enable us to take a better decision as to how to nurture a sports person. Because the world of sports in the future is world of science. If you minus science from sports, there is no sports and sporting excellence. I don't know how many of you would have seen the newspapers in the last 2 days. The Indian Athletic Indoor Championship is happening in Bhubaneswar. In the pole vault category, both the men and women records are broken by Tamil Nadu players. So a girl called Baranika and a boy called Riju. Both of them are part of SDIT schemes. In straight 2 consecutive days, our boy and girl broke the national record. And the previous national record was just 2 years old. Again by a Tamilian girl, particularly in the women's category. So in every second year or third year, you're breaking national records. If you go and see the records before, national record used to stay for 10-15 years. That's not the case anymore now. You're breaking national records in every next year's meet. The reason being the kind of science-driven, sports science-driven training that has come into picture. So you analyze every movement, you analyze every weakness, you analyze every strength, and you have solution for a better performance. So I'm sure the conferences like this will go a long way in injecting and spreading sports science in a big way to all the participants as well as the stakeholders. I wish you all the very best for this conference, and thank you for having me here, sir. It's been an absolute pleasure to have been part of this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking address. Your presence truly adds value to our conference. Now to the most important moment of the day, the release of the conference proceedings. I request our Honorable Registrar to release the first copy of the conference proceedings. Can we all give a warm round of applause? On the paper. Thank you all. It is truly a momentous occasion. As we come to the conclusion of this inaugural ceremony, it is now time to express our gratitude. I invite Dr. Albert Anthony Raj, Deputy Dean, Faculty of Science and Humanities, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected Registrar Sir, respected Chief Guest for the inaugural function, Thiru Meghanatha Reddy Sir, IAS, the person who is making Tamil Nadu to achieve a lot in sports through the contribution and through the drive. Respected Dean Sir, the Director, Sports, dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, participants, research scholars, and my dear student friends, good morning to you all. Really, it is a pleasure moment to stand in front of you to propose vote of thanks. When we are thinking of the third international conference to happen here, our Director of Sports is very keen in making this to happen in the best way. Our founder chancellor has given this name SPORTINTEL with a mission to keep proclaiming that SRM is making the sports to be available for every part of the world, especially every part of the rural villages, where our founder chancellor has made every sports person here at SRM from different villages to continue their journey in the best way by contributing through sports to the national development and keeping the nation to get more accolades in the international and global level. We thank Almighty God for making this conference to happen on this great day. We wholeheartedly thank our founder chancellor for providing us with his guidance and all supports through infrastructure and providing all facilities to our sports persons here for making them to feel at home and to keep training themselves and to bring more institution. So we thank our Honorable Chancellor Sir, our Honorable Pro-Chancellors for their wonderful guidance and contribution. We thank our Vice Chancellor Sir for leading us from the front in achieving a lot of things. And it is our Registrar Sir who makes us to feel even more comfortable in every activities. Our Vice Chancellor Sir and Registrar Sir are here for more than 4 decades, who have contributed a lot in making the shape of the university to this level and even continuing to contribute in the best way by motivating us, by mentoring us, encouraging us, and supporting us in every aspect so that this institution is able to support the holistic development of the students. So I wholeheartedly thank our Registrar Sir for having witnessed this inaugural function and sharing with us the best what SRM is doing in every aspect. Thank you so much, sir. We wholeheartedly thank you. We thank the Dean, Faculty of Science and Humanities for making us, right, to keep this moment a very nice one. The great person, the chief guest, Thiru Meghanatha Reddy sir. I told in the beginning that yes, he is the one. For the past 4 years, it is not only the SRM is focused every day in the newspaper, it is through the contribution of our Director of Sports and the faculty members, coaches, trainers in the Department of Sports. When I take up Tamil Nadu, he is the person who is behind every laurels, every accolades that we are getting. With the great support of CM and Deputy CM, he is taking up a lot of schemes for making the best sports persons to get the best. Sir, we wholeheartedly thank you for your wonderful service in making Tamil Nadu to go higher and higher. We have a dream, sir. Yes, we rank top in the population. It is what the parents' mindset that has stopped the students at the youth age to contribute more for sports and bring more accolades. I am sure that in a 3 or 5 years, we will be able to get more and bring more laurels to our nation through different international sports with people like you contributing more. We thank you so much on behalf of SRM IST for your presence here and making us to get the best input today, sir. We thank all the guests, all the keynote speakers, all the resource persons today and tomorrow who will be witnessing this conference in the very best way. I thank the heads of the Department of Computer Science, Computer Application, Sports, Yoga, and faculty members in these departments, research scholars in these departments, along with the students. I thank wholeheartedly everyone for their wonderful support in making this conference the best one. But my special thanks to all the participants. We were able to make around 200 publications to happen through this conference. The technology nowadays should complement more for making everything to happen in the best way. And I'm sure that these around 200 papers would witness it, and the contributions by the researchers will enhance the training, assessment, and as well the development of sports in the nation for sure. I thank all who have contributed for this particular conference in the best way from your capacity. Once again, I thank everyone for making this conference a grand success. I'm sure that this is going to be a greater learning for keeping your confidence and as well contribution to the best of development of our nation. I wish this conference a grand success. I thank everyone for making this to happen in the best way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Albert. With this, we come to the close of the inaugural session of SPORTINTEL 2026. We thank all the dignitaries, speakers, and participants for making this event a grand success. Couple of announcements. We request the participants to stay back. We have an array of esteemed speakers who are here to share their knowledge with us. Those who are presenting paper under the computer science track, you are requested to go to the main sports block. Your presentation venue is over there. The other presenters who are presenting in the sports category, your presentation will be held over here. So we request you to stay back. Computer science presenters, you can go to the main sports block, administrative block, sports administrative block, first floor. Dear participants, please settle down fast. Sir is ready with his presentation. Kindly request you all to be seated fast.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. And myself, Professor Yujuvendra Singh Rajput. I'm basically from LNIP Gwalior, born and brought up at LNIP itself. And my subject basically I'm doing in sports biomechanics. I'm working as a professor in Department of Sports Management and Coaching. I'm very thankful to SRM University. It's a consecutive second year I'm coming here. I'm very thankful to my friend Mohana Krishna for calling me here, and to the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar. In the age, I hope you are comfortable in English, or I can speak Hindi, only these two languages. Not your language, I cannot speak. So, both ways, I can, if you speak in your language, I will not understand. If I speak in Hindi, you will not understand. So, that will be the better one, or the English one, the better one. So, as you see, this is the age of AI. And there are, like a sports science, AI also has an important role to be played in sports. Of course, no one can replace the human touch, because the coaching and the support by sports science staffs are very much related to human touch. The machines cannot do the things which the coaches and the staff, by interacting individually, they can do. So AI is basically a support tool, not an overall performance enhancement. So what I am talking today about, the traditional methods of talent identification and the new AI, how the AI supports to talent. So that is what talent identification to talent nurturing. Because you see, on papers, the government of India as well as all the state governments have so many schemes which says that we identify talent in this way. But if you see the process, there are more dropouts rather than the excel athletes, the elite athletes. Almost 80% of sports person, they drop out because there is no proper nurturing. You can identify the talent, but with the talent, the nurturing is also important. So rethinking AI role in LTAD, the long-term athletic development. It's a lifespan of sports person. As we have our lifespan, similarly, the sports have its lifespan. When to start and when to reach at the top, and then we have a maintenance phase. So these are very important when you select a talent and you nurture and you support them throughout his sporting careers. Next, please. So, I already talked about the traditional methods. The talent identification has traditionally been regarded as the cornerstone of sporting excellence. Traditionally, we have a lot of schemes and all, how we test, how we identify the talents. But nation invests too much heavily on identifying the talents, too much money on identifying the talents of promising athlete at the early stages. True, of course, there is a structural system as a scheme of Government of India as a scheme of different states, bodies. We have various schemes. So they have a physical testing, scouting and performance analytics. So these structure we follow, but still we don't have a sports sciences support. However, despite this systematic effort, because we make schemes, there are various schemes, a significant proportion of identified talents fail to transition into elite performers. So what I told you earlier, there are dropouts. Everybody who have been selected as a talent, who has identified as a talent, cannot be elite athlete. It means there is a gap between the top elite performance and the identification of talent. In between process, there are a huge gap. We follow the testing protocols, a systematic structure, and we select the talent, but they cannot reach at the highest level. So the process, there is something wrong with our process. So how we should follow and how the AI can help the LTAD development. So these are the global contexts. Intensifying the global competitions, expansion of early talent detections, rise of AI in sports science, high talent dropout rates. So when you talk about the talent identified and then talent lost. At the early stages, you look for a sports person with the elite talent, the indicators, what we call, he has the indicators to become an elite athlete, but we lost the talent. Because the talent identification has been treated as a gateway to elite sports. But if identification alone was sufficient, we would not witness such high dropout rates. The problem lies not in the athlete, but in the system. So if rightly choosing a talent will make him the elite athlete, then it's okay. But there is a process in between also. So the identification is not sufficient. We need to follow the process. Because you see, at the early stages, a pool of 100 athletes has been selected in a one game, and you see 1 or 2 from 1 or 2 or 5 from that pool will become an athlete. There is a 95% of dropouts. Why? What we have to take care of. So, this is what we need to. Nowadays, there is a rise of AI in sports sciences. Why? Because the data cannot alone work for your performance indicators or work for your performance enhancement. You need to have the support of real-time feedbacks, which provides you real-time feedbacks when you play, when you practice, and when you grow from one stage to another stage. So that's what we have to see the global context, how we need to proceed towards the elite performers, how we can reduce the dropouts, and how we can improve the support of sports sciences with the technology and advancement. Because nowadays the technologies are very rapidly expanding, and you cannot ignore the technology. You cannot ignore the AI. Next, please. So then the talent paradox says there are early success, elite success. It's not necessary. The late bloomers often outperform the high dropout rates. I am sure you can understand these three paradoxes. That early success is not elite success. In between, that process has an important role to play. The late bloomers, I am sure that you are aware about the early specialization sports and late specialization sports. Because some of these sports, when you start early, there are chances of specializing at the right time. In some of the sports, you can start anywhere. The late bloomers can be often outperform. They excels. Somewhere you say, somebody you meet, they say, I started playing at the age of 15 and at the age of 20 or 21 he playing for India. So late bloomers. It's not necessary the early deduction always works. Sometimes there is a failure in a process. So athlete who excels early do not necessarily becomes an elite athlete. While late developers often surpass expectations. And this contradiction challenges the validity of early identification model and forces us to rethink our process. So what we have a process nowadays that if we deduct early talent, it will surely become an elite athlete. But this paradox, we need to rethink that the process is important, the nurturing is important. Not only the talent identification will serve the process. So we have to be a mixture of both, the talent identification as well as the nurturing process. We have to make a system of both, the talent identification and the nurturing process. Next, please. So we need to rethink the model. So the defining the talent a complex construct. Of course, these are the part of process. It's a multidimensional process which very easily defined as a physical, cognitive, psychological and social environment. What we studied through our lifelong process. So that has involved into the talent. So, but the talent is not fixed to any trait. It has a multidimensional trait. The talent is not fixed to trait. It is a dynamic. It is multidimensional construct. It involves through the interaction of physical capabilities, the decision-making capabilities, skills, how strong he is, how committed he is, how responsive he is to the different situation, the psychological resilience. Then the environmental influence also, if he lives in a sporting nation, he lives in a sporting society, automatically his sports, the inclination towards the sports, it increases. So environmental influences also. Any system that reduces talent to early performance metrics risks oversimplification. So this is how we do the talent construct, how we identify the talent with the different paradox, with the different process, the different systems we make. And next, please. This is very interesting. The traditional traits and the traditional or limitations of the traditional identification. There are 4 areas which I am talking about: the psychological neglect, the exclusion errors, how we exclude, Obviously, if you are a research scholar, we have inclusion criteria and exclusion criteria. The research scholars can understand how we include, when we do the systematic review or when we select the references, we have an inclusion criteria and when we have the exclusion criteria. Why we are selecting these, why we are excluding. Similarly here, we have exclusion errors also. So the snapshot bias and reductionism. So what does this say? How these are the limitations of the talent identification, the traditional talent identification. We are limited to certain areas. As we see the paradox, we are limited to the physical, psychological characteristics of an individual. So reductionism, we are only focusing on the physical performances. If he is good in what we have created a test, he is good in that particular test, okay, we will select him. We are not considering the life skills, how he performs and all. So, I need to, especially the students, to see the slides. I can ask questions also to you, and then I will give you prizes also. So the focusing on only physical performance, the traditional methods. Snapshot bias. This is most important nowadays, that one-time testing instead of longitudinal tracking. Once we tested once and then we have selected a talent. That's all. Now he or that particular academy or that particular area becomes his home. So we need to have a longitudinal testing. We are doing the longitudinal testings. Every semester, every week, every 3 months, we are going for a longitudinal testing. Longitudinal means at the regular intervals. Then the exclusion errors, overlooking late developers. So fix the age. That we are taking talent from 6 to 8 years only, or 10 to 12 years. So we are ignoring the late developers, those who can surpass the early identifiers. Then the psychological neglect. We are neglecting the resilience, the psychological, how he responds, how he behaves, how we act to difficult conditions. The resilience, motivation, and his mindset towards the sports, towards the different types of sports, what his inclination towards is. So these are the different the traditional models where we use to select a talent and then we nurture them. Next, please. Then when we are talking about LTAD, why I'm using this word LTAD? Because long-term athlete development program, it's not like that the morning you wake up and the talent has been produced. In any area, I'm not talking about sports alone, but there are different areas where the long-term athlete development. So what is LTAD? Why it needs reinforcement? LTAD, because basically a long-term development program is a stage progression. We keeps on doing the longitudinal testings, the age-appropriate training, then the long-term performance sustainability. This is what LTAD says. In long-term development program, we keeps on tracking the stage-based progression. At the different stages, as you have a different age based competitions, we track their performances. Then the age-appropriate training. A one box doesn't suit to everybody. So if a box for me, I'm small in height, cannot be suited to the longer person. So everybody needs to have a different box for their own comfort. So the age appropriate training we need, we cannot train the sports persons or different age category as well as a different level of physical capability in a one box. And then the long-term performance sustainability. The LTAD has a main aim to keep the performance for the maintaining of the performance for a longer duration of time. So the AI integration opportunity, why needs reinforcement? Actually what in LTAD, what AI does. So the limitation of current LTAD is no real-time monitoring, where we requires the AI integration opportunity. We need to have, so we can have the real-time monitoring of the sports person, not only at the time of competition, but at the time of training also, from basic to the advanced level of training. Say limited to personalization, one-to-one basis. Then the hard to track long-term adaptations. We can track one part in a one go. We cannot track the long-term adaptations of it. It can be a different adaptation processes like the load adaptation also. So LTAD is conceptually strong, but operationally limited. There is a requirement of AI integration. We are very strong conceptually in making policies, making systems. But when it comes to the implementation part, there needs to be a scientific support. So the LTAD is conceptually strong, but operationally it's a very limited. So we can have a bridge of AI to collaborate with each other, so we can take more output from the technology. So AI can bridge this gap by providing continuous individualized feedback. We, in a team also, team sports also, we need to track the individual athletes. That is how we can strengthen the process of nurturing the talent. So it can be added with the identification, and then we can say, yes, our process has very strong base. Next, please. Till now, if you have a question, if you want to ask any questions. Shambhu sir, koi sawal? Always a teaching is, or the presentation is a one-way process. Huh? So the artificial intelligence, conceptual understanding how it will work and why we are running behind the AI. So it has a drawbacks also, but we need to ignore the drawbacks and the strong points which we can adapt and we can use for our betterment, that can be taken care of. So artificial intelligence refers to the system capable of the learning from data, identifying patterns, making predictions. So in sports, AI can process, you all know about these, the biomechanical data, the physiological metrics, and then the behavioral pattern. Of course, nowadays they are, earlier we are very limited to the biomechanical data and physical characteristics of individual. If he runs faster, he is a good athlete. If he squats 100 kgs, he is a good athlete. Or he runs for 10-20 kilometers, he is a good athlete. And then we are very much confined to biomechanical data in terms of the angles, the hitting angle, the serving angles, or the kicking angles. But Now the AI can do more than that. In a real time, in one process, he can give all three: the biomechanical, the physiological, and the behavioral patterns. Because there are experts from the computer departments also, so they can have the algorithms like that, they can create, and they can have a short algorithms to find out these patterns. So in sports, biomechanically, we can assess the individual to improve their performance. The physiological characteristics, what we are taking, like nowadays for your health benefits also, to track your heart rates, to track your VO2 max, these all can track in a one go. And then their behavioral pattern also. So AI allows to move from observation to prediction and from prediction to optimization. This is what we as a sports scientist or individuals who are involved in sports, teaching sports or coaching sports, we need to understand that the observation to prediction and from prediction to optimization is very necessary. So what if we concentrate on this, we take help of technology, then we can reduce the dropouts. As we are coming towards the in a process of becoming a sporting nation and going to organize many biggest tournaments like in 2030 Commonwealth Games, now Indo World Championship, and then coming for, we are also hoping to bid for 2036 Olympics also. So the 10-year LTAD is a big task. Now if we start from 2026 to 2036, 10 years long-term athletic development with the support of the observation to prediction model and prediction to optimization model. Next, please. So where is the gap? When you talk about the talent identification, the nurturing of the talent and the optimization of the talent. So the AI predominantly used as a selection tool, a performance enhancer. But that is not actually, AI cannot select. AI cannot increase the performance. Rather than these two, it is a developmental system. AI will help you to develop, help you to adopt things which will develop the athlete. But who is going to implement? The human touch. We cannot eliminate the human touch. We cannot eliminate the coaches. We cannot eliminate the trainers. We cannot eliminate the sports science individuals. So it's a developmental system. It provides you support. It cannot give you results. Then it's a longitudinal monitoring framework which we lack in traditional way. When we are selecting talents through traditional way, we lack in longitudinal monitoring framework where the AI can track the whole and it keeps record also. So you can compare the development of individual from one stage to another stages. So this is the central argument of this presentation, that AI is underutilized in athlete performance. Because we always have analysis of the elite athletes. We don't have the analysis of ongoing athletes while training and while we train them to become a international athlete or the athlete who excels at the different level. So we actually not using the artificial intelligence in athlete development program. We are only using for a elite athletes. We need to inculcate these things into the developmental programs also. Okay? The last next slide. So it's just a model, AI-driven talent nurturing model. How you can use AI to nurture the talents. A proposed 3 layers framework. Identifying layer, initial data profiling. Developmental layer, the continuous adaptation and skill progression data. Then sustainability layer, his mental health, injury prevention, and motivation. For these, you can use the different AI tools which can track these layers. So the training based on the development, not age. Individualization of training, individual training loads can be given. The adaptation progression model, then the growth based training. As you see, both have an age of 14, but their biological age is 12 and one's biological age is 15. I hope everybody understand about their biological age, how your systems works. The same age, different development. Okay. So this is only a proposed model. You can have your own models also if you work on the AI or you work on the data-driven models. Next, please. So transforming talent and protecting athletes. These are the different tasks which AI can do for you, and you can create your own modeling. Psychological monitoring revolution. What AI can analyze psychologically? Your sleep patterns, stress marker, behavioral data. Then move to the injury prevention and longevity. What AI predicts? Overtraining risk, movement issues, and load imbalance. So, because these are the main issues when the athlete occurs with the injury, the overtraining. There are 2 words. I always talk about these 2 words, and they contradict in these 2 words. Overload and overtraining. Overload is good. Overtraining is a bad term. So, overtraining risks, then the movement issues, your movement patterns, and the load imbalance. Because as a team, you give equal load to everybody. No, there is an individualization, individual differences. So, if you track this through AI, you reduce injuries and extended careers. Then the elite football AI tracks movement patterns, workload level, performance metrics. And what is the outcome? The better progression, fewer injuries, and higher retention. So, the future of talent development is deeply psychological. The players who are psychologically strong, they are they will maintain more for the highest or elite level. AI helps to protect talent, not just develop it. AI is transforming elite sports. We are changing now by using technologies, AI-based models, AI-based softwares for tracking the athlete performance and tracking the athlete movement patterns. Next, please. Thank you. This is what I have. If you want to ask anything. So this is from the AI. The champions of tomorrow will not be those who identify early what we have a myth, but those we nurture intelligently, ethically, and continuously. What I said, the elite athlete, elite level, and the talent identification in between process is important. Not selecting early. Thank you. If you want to ask any questions.
எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும் இன்னைக்கு நம்ம உலகத்தை ஆள்றதுன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ், செயற்கையான நுண்ணறிவு அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். அதோட இம்பேக்ட் ஃபார் இஸ் எ பிரசன்டேஷன் we thank to you sir because you say about performance enhanced and also any overload will find out. இப்போ என்ன சொல்றாரு அவர் வந்து விளையாட்டில் நீங்கள் வந்து இந்த செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவு மூலமாக ஒருத்தர் பார்ட்டிசிபெண்ட் இருக்கிறவனை அவரோட பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸை எப்படி என்ஹான்ஸ் பண்ணுறது, அதுக்கு முக்கியமாக வந்து சில டெஸ்ட் இருக்கு. அந்த டெஸ்ட்டை தான் இன்னைக்கு ஒரு இந்தியா லெவலில் அதிகமான ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் புக்கு எழுதினது நம்ம ராஜ்பூத் சார். அதுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய கிளாப் பண்ணோம். He is wrote many books about to promote sports with the help of artificial intelligence. அதுதான் ரொம்ப இப்போ வந்து என் மெம்பர் செக்ரட்டரி சொன்ன மாதிரி ஸ்போர்ட்ஸுங்கிறது பல இடத்துல ஒரு மூலையில் இருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு எஸ்ஆர்எம்ல எந்த இடத்துல இருக்குங்கிறது உலகத்திற்கே தெரியும். அதற்கு இந்த ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணா எங்களோட மெயின் டார்கெட் இந்தியாவோட ஆசையும் 2036 ஒலிம்பிக்ஸ் அதோட பேஸ் தான் இதோட இந்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் நாங்கள் சொல்றதுல நம்ம பெருமை கொள்கின்றோம். தேங்க்யூ சார், தேங்க்யூ. வாட் ஆர் தி இன்புட் யூ ஹாவ் எனி ஸ்பெஷல் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃபார் தட் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் என்ஹான்ஸ் டு தி ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ்?
Okay. We are doing some projects on artificial intelligence. As sir said, I have written one book on also use of artificial intelligence on sports. So, actually, like a badminton, I'm seeing a lot of world champions or world level players at SRM University. I am frankly telling you, this is my second home. SRM University is my second home because of Mohana sir and all they knows me very well. So as your players or your students are performing at the highest level, so we can have a real time analysis, and we are using that particular small algorithms and softwares with your camera itself, your mobile camera. You put it as a mobile camera, record their movement. Immediately they can give the movement patterns of your players. So you can save them from the injuries, and you can tell them after one rally, you can tell them about the real time, what they are making, what they are committing mistakes. So the immediate corrections will help them to learn better and faster, rather than playing complete match and you are telling afterwards. It will help in a single rally. I'm just because of I've seen the badminton players, ball badminton players. So that example we have given. We are working with some AI agencies also, those who have a coach's eye. So you had a goggle, you wear a goggle and see the match. The screen will show every movement of an analysis of your players. We are also working on that. There are different AI companies who are, so we have a combined project with them. I have a combined project with them to present to the ministry to get the projects. I'm also already working on the traditional sports like Kalarepattu and Thangta to analyze their skills. So the best benefit of AI is, the input is the real time output. Instant suggestions, instant feedback. This is what we can take help from the AI. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Audience, any questions? Started influencing sports. And our students are also presenting some papers on the same theme today. Okay. Sorry, sir. So I request Dr. Gopi from Anna University and Dr. Rajashekar from SRM Pudukkottai to honor Yuvendra Singh Rajput sir on behalf of SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Audience, can we have a warm round of applause, please? Thank you, participants. Thank you, sir. Now we can go for a short break. Refreshments are served outside the venue. You can have your refreshments and come back inside for the next session. Thank you, everyone. You can all please go participate in the refreshments that has been arranged outside for us. And then we can convene here back again for the next technical session. Thank you, everyone. Shambhu Prasad, who is the Professor and Dean, Department of Physical Education, Rajiv Gandhi University, Arunachal Pradesh. Dr. Shambhu Prasad has over 15 years of teaching and research experience in physical education and sports sciences. He got his PhD from LNIP Gwalior in 2011 and has also qualified the UGC NET in December 2006. Under his guidance, he has been awarded 3 PhD scholars and he is guiding 9 MPhil candidates. He has over 25 publications in index journals and has also published 2 book chapters. He holds membership in various professional bodies such as is the Joint Secretary and Life Member of Sports Engineering Association of India, Life Member of International Journal of Physical Education, Sports and Yogic Sciences, Indore, Life Member of National Association of Physical Education and Sports Sciences, Hyderabad, and Life Member, Sports Psychological Association of India, National Advisory in the Board of Reviewers in Indian Journal of Physical Education, Sports and Applied Sciences. It's indeed an honor to have you with us today, sir. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. A very good morning to all. Today I am here to present on future trends in sports science, intelligent performance systems, and data-driven coaching. So here I have bifurcated my presentation into 2 parts. That first is future trends in sports science, and the second is intelligent performance system. So you can look at the picture how the evaluation of generation takes place. And again, we are going back in 4 support. Now, sports science today is undergoing a rapid transformation driven by technology. We are seeing a shift of traditional methods to data-driven approaches. Modern athletes now rely on intelligent systems that enhance training, recovery, and performance. Now, we have to understand these trends. And it is essential not only to improve performance, but also to prevent injuries and for the long-term development. Now, evaluation. Earlier, we were having traditional way of training or traditional performance enhancement system. Today, we have data-driven domain. Traditional sports focused on like physiology, biomechanics, psychology, coaching techniques. And today, it is evolved into data-driven and technology-supported domain that integrate artificial intelligence, as sir has already discussed in previous session, machine learning, wearable technology, biomechanical analysis systems by using proper softwares, then neurocognitive training. So this is how the comparison came. Traditional versus AI-based or data-driven domain. Now, as I am a man of physical education, I don't know how AI is working. but I only know how to use AI. But when we talk about AI, we have to understand the language, how AI understand. Because AI they have their own language. First thing, you have to make understand the AI what you want. If AI understand properly, he will give the correct output. But if AI doesn't understand your language, he will give the output, but whether it is correct or not, it lies on our hand. We have to decide. So, again I am talking, the base, the traditional is very important. The traditional way of training, it is very important, because the traditional way of training, it gives us the support. It is the root. If the root is strong, the tree will grow, healthy tree. So we have to focus on the root. But at the same time, we have to keep ourselves updated with AI. Everybody is using mobile phone, isn't it? But after some time, the phone asks for update. If we don't update, the phone become outdated. So same thing lies in ourselves also. If we don't keep ourselves updated, we will be outdated. So we have to cover up the bridge. We have to learn. In today's, AI is taking place in a very rapid pace. We have to catch that pace. Now IPS. I have been instructed to talk about the intelligent performance system and the trend about sports sciences. Sports sciences, we talk about physiology, we talk about sports biomechanics, we talk about sports psychology, strength training and conditioning. If we have the proper base of these subjects, we can use properly the intelligent performance system. So again, I am talking, the root should be very important. Like you can see, the intelligent performance system are integrated platforms that collect, analyze athlete data, and they also bring together multiple technologies to provide actionable sites for coaches and athletes. And that marks a step forward in scientific training methods. We have sensor-based data, wearable, sophisticated equipments, GPS tracking system. You can see, like in football, if I talk, the referee, how much distance they are running. When you see the data, the big data sheet, you will find the referee runs more than the athlete. How we came to know about that data? That is the, what do you call, software, the AI. With the help of that data, we can understand about the experiment, how it is going on. Then cloud computing. It is all the data is there in the cloud. Massive data storage and big data analytical capabilities. Then AI decision tools. Algorithm is there. You have to understand the algorithm. You have to make understand the AI about the algorithm. Then only the proper result will come out. Then automated feedback. Manually, no pen paper is required. You feed the data, the feedback will be given there itself. Now, core capabilities. The three factors are there. You will get the real-time tracking. Another, the injury risk prediction. Precaution is there, prevention is there. But now prediction is there, the injury will take place. We have to avoid these kind of activities. Then personalized recommendation, individualized, man-to-man performance-based, man-to-man training. Now emerging technologies and trend. AI and machine learning is there. Then wearable sensor. Now earlier we have what you call marker. We used to put marker in the body and the software is there. He will analyze and give the result. But today we have upgraded markerless equipments are there. No marker is required. Just you take the photograph, you take the video, put in the software, everything you will find there and there itself. That means real time. You'll get the real time data. But what we'll do that with those data? Again, I am telling about the smart use of technology. The smart use of AI is very important. I am telling you, this PPT has been generated by AI. I have used. But I have taken the information from AI. I have taken the idea from AI and I have edited. If I was not having any knowledge, any idea about that, it couldn't have possible for me to do this. So within a minute, within a click, I can develop. You see, I'll tell you, you can use Gemini, ChatGPT, but the paid version you use. You just make them understand. You put one picture over there, or ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity is there, whatever you like. You put the photo, put the picture over there, put the video, and you tell him that make this photo into a video. Or tell him that make this photo into running motion and give the other description. Ground should be there, track should be there, or swimming pool should be there, whatever you want. You just give the content. Make him understand. He will generate everything in one click. So this is the beauty of AI. Again, I am telling the smart use of AI is very important. The knowledge of using is very important. First, we have to understand how this AI is working. What is their limitations? We have to understand. Then advanced sports applications. First is you have the biomechanics and motion analysis. You have 3D. Earlier we were using 2D analysis. Other electromyographical analysis is there. Baropedograph is there. Different high-speed cameras we can use to capture the data and that feed into AI. And whatever you want, it will give the result. Then VR and AR, virtual record, then neurotech. So this is about this neurotech I am talking about. This one, it gives brain-computer interface and real-time training tools and mental fatigue monitoring. These three parameters, this neurotechnology and cognitive training will cover. It will record your sleep pattern. I'll tell you one thing, sleep is very important. Why I am telling? Because it has direct relationship with your healthy lifestyle, with your sports performance. You know, suppose you want to go for a competitions or you have to catch a train in the early morning. What you will compromise? You will compromise with your sleep. You will get up early. You are not taking proper sleep. Or you want to go for a tour, or you have some examinations tomorrow morning, early morning. You will study till late night and get up in the early. Who is compromising? Your sleep is compromising. And when you sleep, there are different phases of sleep pattern. The rays is coming. When you sleep at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, one kind of rays comes, positive rays. Then 11 to 12, another rays is there. Then 12 to 1. But if you sleep at 12, so these phases you are skipping. You are not getting that kind of energy. You are missing. So, what I mean to say here is, to get good performance, every parameter is very important. In 100 meter, what you call point of second is very important. To increase that performance, it takes years. And these are the small factors play a very vital role. Here comes the AI. The AI will tell you where you are lacking. Mind mapping is there. So this is how these things are functioning. This is how the motion analysis takes place. Different sorts of cameras are there. Monitors are placed. Then they will give some data-driven performance, like AI abnormality detected. Okay, then improper knee alignment, spine alignment, pressure alignment. All these things you will find out here in one click. This is another thing, that is neurotech. Sensor based in your brain, and the data will be monitored. Real-time data. The pattern, you can follow the pattern, you can understand the pattern. And by understanding those patterns, you can go for further improvement. Where you are lacking, or there is some strength, you can increase those strength. You can use for recovery process also. If recovery is not taking place, they will give the, the parameters. What are the parameters you are lacking? Cryotherapy you can go for. You can go for sleep tracking. You can go for AI guided recovery protocols. So these are the things how you can follow. And you know this, I'll tell you, this photo, it is not a real one. This is generated by AI. I have instructed to AI that please make a photo mentioning all these things. So the AI has developed and he has given me this picture. This is one kind of equipment, that is baropedagraph, the pressure analysis here. The pressure distribution under the foot, how you are standing, the weight in your foot, where it lies, different. You see the picture over there in the monitor. And it is very important. Gait analysis, this kind of things. This is one small equipments. Now, our role comes here. Sports scientists and physical education professionals. With these advancements, the role of sports scientists and physical education professionals is evolving. They must develop skills in data analysis and technology, follow ethical practices in data usage, and focus on holistic athlete development. And they require continuous learning and adaptation. This is our role. We have to focus on these things. We have to check the ethical considerations also. The holistic development, balancing extreme physical metric with mental and emotional health. Ultimately, promoting lifelong fitness habits, healthy lifestyle. Now challenges. For every things what you are going, you will have advantage and disadvantages. The choice is in your hand, what you do. Challenges. Financial barriers. high cost equipments it requires. It is difficult to manage every time to get those sophisticated equipments. Then expertise gaps, training is required. You have to go for training those, how to use those equipments, how to analyze. You have electromyographical equipments is there, but I don't know how to put the electrodes. I cannot get the data. So this is one gap, one challenge for me. I have the equipment, but I am not aware how to use. Then data overload. Lot of data. You use SPSS. You feed anything, you give command, you will give the result. But I don't know whether the result is correct or not. That knowledge is very important. How to read those data. Then ethical concern is also very important. Plagiarism is there. Government has rule, regulation. We have to follow those ethical considerations. Now the future paradigm. The future of sports science lies in the integration of AI with human decision making. We are moving towards fully automated intelligent coaching system. This will impact not only elite athletes, but also grassroots sports. And adapting to these changes is essential for progress. In conclusion, technology plus traditional knowledge is essential for future success. We have to mix, we have to combine, we have to integrate. Automatically, the success will come. Now, my second thought comes here. I have talked about AI. I talked about digital things, the intelligent system. Now I am coming to my second paragraph of my presentations, technology addiction. We have phone addiction. We have social addiction. Then we have internet addiction. These three parameters. We have to think on this also. Two pictures are there. What is coming in our mind? We are sitting together, but we are not talking to each other. The relationship, the personal talking, the healthy habits of talking, it is disappearing. And who is taking place? Technology. Player is there. Child is there with football. But no one is there to play with him. He's standing with the ball. Children are there, but they are playing football in their mobile. They're playing game. We have to think. Anthropologists believe human being will look like this after 500 years. They believe, it's a prediction. Just you click the button, the door will open. We are spending time in computer. The finger will be thin finger and long. Your tummy will be coming up. Long, thin leg. Head, big head. Because you are using your brain. So this is the prediction. They are thinking that if we go like this, so after 500 years, you will look like this. Now, technology can add limitless value to our lives, especially if we take care to use it mindfully. Mahatma Gandhi has said, be the change you want to see in the world. This lies. And the greatest mental health crisis of the next decade is the technology addiction. Whether to make or to mar our life, the ball is in our court. We have to decide how we want. So with this, thank you. Any questions? No questions means either you understand or you don't understand anything.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
One small question, sir.
Yeah, please.
The AI food pressure in the AI, So which area pressure is high? What difficulties and deformities your body? What pain it is there, or any deformities in the body alignment? It is in the source or not, sir? In the AI.
Sorry,
If it is pressure on the toes,
Yeah.
more pressure on the toes, what body posture to align changes? Some changes in the body changes, body alignment changes. It is in the AI or not?
Yes, see, here you can use AI, but different softwares are there. You are talking about the pressure,
Yeah, yes.
pressure point in your foot, right? So the AI will suggest you, when you feed the data, you put the picture like baropedograph, I have shown you the pressure of different dimension of your foot. They will show the picture, and at the same time they will give the suggestion also. Your pressure, your body alignment, everything, the data. Just I have given you the sample.
Okay.
If you go deep inside it, he will give the suggestion also, the prediction also, and deformities also. In near future, what are the deformities it will encounter?
Yes. So when we standing improperly, if you are standing, it is a deformities of your body. Same way, pressure points also. When the feet pressure points also, it is somewhere body parts to deformities in the bodies. I think so.
Definitely, body posture, because upper limb
Yes.
and lower limb. How your upper limb? Suppose I am standing like this.
Yes.
Definitely the pressure will go towards your foot. It will change.
Okay.
So we have studied in like bad posture and good posture.
Yes.
So good posture is also very important. The alignment of your spine, it plays a very important role.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See, social media. I have said earlier also, the smart use of social media is very important. It keeps you awareness. What are the things around the universe is going on? Like I told you in my presentation also, that keep yourself update. You have to keep yourself update in social media. Go in Instagram, go in X, go in Facebook. Use all these things. But access is always in a, what do you call? That is mindful use of social media is also very important.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, participants. Does anyone have any more queries? Thank you, sir. That was a very interesting presentation, which has opened a lot of perspectives for us. Now, I call Dr. Suresh, Dr. Asad Ali Khan, and Dr. Gokul to honor our speaker for the session. On behalf of SRM IST, I call Dr. Suresh, Dr. Asad Ali Khan, and Dr. Gokul to honor our second speaker for the day, Dr. Shambhu Prasad. Thank you, sir. A round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. For the next session, we have with us today Professor Chaya Chaudhary, Physical Education Department, IPPG College, Baluchandar, Bulachar, UP. Madam has completed her PhD in 2021 and has work and field experience in physical education for over 12 years. She has attended over 25 workshops and seminars. It is indeed an example for all of us to keep ourselves updated by constantly upgrading. And she has published over 12 research papers in index journals. It also gives me great honor in saying that she received the Best Teacher Award from the UP government in 2021. And she is also a member of the University Sports Council from 2014 to 2016. She has worked on various NSS programs and is the Associate NSS Officer. It's a great pleasure to have such an inspiring person with us today, ma'am. Thank you. Over to you, please.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all,
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. If there are any presenters in the category of physical education and yoga, the session has already started. You may please move to the first floor. Please follow the volunteer over there, please. The presenters of papers in the category of yoga and sports. If you are here, the session has already started. You are requested kindly to move to the first floor and be ready. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption, ma'am.
it's okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Very good morning to all of you. The Vadakkam, all of you. Thank you. Myself, Professor Chaya Chaudhary from Bulandshahr. My college is affiliated with the Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut. Thank you so much, SRM. Last year I missed that opportunity due to my health problems, but I'm so happy to be here. Once again, thank you. Now, come to the topic, AI, artificial intelligence. I will come to the human in the loop AI. Someone can tell me the meaning, human loop? In this topic, we cover that how the AI is used by human, because AI cannot be used without our work. If you are talking here, not listening here, it will not beneficial to you. If you think, if you learn, if you hear, want to be learn something, you have to be here. So please be carefully. Will not take too much time. I am trying to give some knowledge in the gagar mein sagar bharna, not to take much time, but come to the point that it shows that how we use AI in the sports. हम कैसे इसको use कर सकते हैं AI को? Are you comfortable in both language, Hindi or English? We'll go mix. Okay. Better. Can you imagine that AI can complete all the tasks? No. Is it not possible? Without human, we can't go with it. Because AI generated by the human only. It's not generate itself. Agreed? This is the thing. How can one coach is a coach is a play must very important role in this AI. Without coach, AI cannot complete. So in this, AI and the human, combination of AI and human, we'll learn over here. Next, please. The data revolution and its limit. We know that the data has their limitations. But human, if with the data collaborate with the human or human collaborate with the data. Like we collect the data only. Not AI collect the data. We input the figures. Then only it comes the result. Before that, we can step by step we use the data to know the performance of any player or any person. In this, the sports is only decision making, like their experiences. Before the AI, only the human can take the decision on their experience. But when it's AI, we put the data in this and we get the result more and more. But we cannot depend on the data because sometimes it's not perfect because it has their limitations. Now next please, Moneyball. Now come to the पीछे जाओ Moneyball पे third one पीछे third one Moneyball era back the Moneyball era. What is the Moneyball era? Before that, we judge the performance of the player by their stance, by their experience. On the basis of experience, we can take decision. Like how we play a football or in the cricket, the best example of cricket. How we take decision before the AI on the umpire. If umpire says out, out. We don't have too much techniques to show their ball length, ball speed. कितने टाइम में कितने बार आपने कहां पे लिया, आपका कितना आपका मिड ऑफ में है, मिड ऑन कितना प्ले कर रहे हैं आप, क्या कर रहे हैं. इट्स बेस्ड ऑन एआई नाउ. Tracking era, now the all movements and speed and positions are measured by the AI only. We just put the data in this and we list of the players. Centuries कितनी हैं आपकी, आपने कितने आउट लिए, क्या लिए, ऑल डेटा कितनी स्पीड में लिया, क्या स्पीड थी आपकी बॉल की, आपकी क्या पोजीशन है एंड व्हाट पोजीशन यू विल प्ले. रूल ऑफ एनालिटिकल. एक और पीछे जाओ, एक इसके पीछे बैक जाओ, किसके बैक. The rise of analytical, it means AI help us to tell us that what moves is the best move. How we take move, when we have to stop. Is it clear to all of you? Listen, last please. AI हमें बता रहा है कि आप कैसे उसको लेंगे, लेकिन when you will play, the situation is different so many times. That time AI will not tell you what move you will take. It will teach us that you have to take this move, but on the situation based, it will be differ. The situation may be your defensive or maybe offensive. If we are following the all datas of AI and game is predictable, if we are using AI techniques and all the opponent teams also take AI use, the both teams are equal. There is no interest, no motivation, nothing, because both are using AI. Same pattern, same terms. So it may be differ. I mean to say कि if we are not involving this, human is not involving, coach is not involving, it doesn't matter. AI is useful when the human came with that. We can plan the match, we can play with the AI, but दिमाग हमारा है. We cannot depend on AI at all. efficiency of paradox. If we are dependent on this AI only, we have to miss so many things, like the hidden talent of the player, the motivation of the player, the confidence of player, and the bonding between the team. If we only depend on this, we don't have any. हम हार रहे हैं बट हम बिल्कुल डल हो गए हैं, एआई पे जा रहे हैं, नहीं, हमारे अंदर खत्म हो जाता है एक प्लेयर इफ वी लूजिंग समटाइम्स. If we using AI, nothing is there. If we use our brain, means human coach or our substitute players with helping us, then only we boost up again. AI will not boost up you. आपको boost नहीं करेगा AI. कब करेगा? AI is the process, way to boost you. You will boost up with the coach, managers, colleague, teammates only. If we sometimes we follow the data, game boring, predictable, and we lose the momentum, we lose the grid, we lose the chemistry bonding between the team and team players. इसलिए using of AI is not good until unless we are not involving with it. Robo coaching camp. If we using only AI coaching, the what will be use of coaches, managers, players, nothing. The game liking, roboting like, जैसे robots खेल रहे हैं ऐसा हो जाएगा. क्योंकि हमारे मूवमेंट फीड हैं, एआई में हमें उतना ही बताया है कि हमें सिर्फ इतना चलना है, तो हम उतना ही चलेंगे, तो वो गेम में हमारा कुछ नहीं रहेगा. जैसे रोबोट प्ले करते हैं, नॉट इंटरेस्टिंग, नथिंग, कुछ नहीं बचेगा उसके अंदर. ह्यूमन इमोशंस और सिचुएशन, वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड द ह्यूमन इमोशंस एंड सिचुएशन, बट एआई कैन नॉट हैविंग द इमोशंस. ओनली ह्यूमन इज हैविंग द इमोशंस, that we are bonding with the game. A player is having good emotions and bonding with the game, and we are urged to play. But AI is not urged. No emotions. Nothing is there. Now defining the human in the loop, AI in sports. It's a simple, it's help us. It gives guidance, but decision will be by the man only. AI will not take the decision because we made up AI. AI not made up. हमने AI को बनाया है, AI ने हमको नहीं बनाया है. When we collaborate with the AI, then only it will make success. There are 3 pillars of HLI. Human agencies. Like in human agencies, coach will be take the last decision. Then machine learning, AI used for analyzing the data and the continuous loop. Human feedback is improving ourselves, not AI improving ourselves. Why institutions skill matters? Why? A coach is a pillar of the team. I repeat, a coach is a pillar of a team, because during the playing time, any harmful situation or any critical situation, in the cut-to-cut matches, AI will not guide us. That time, coach will guide us. Only coach give the directions. Only coach give that what we have to do, not AI. We are not that time using AI. When we are playing, AI is not using. Only the coach will command us, give directions to do what we have to do, what we don't to do. So, sometimes we are playing, we are listening, our coach bondings. because हमारी bonding coach के साथ अच्छी हैं. He knows well that how much we play and how to we play. But sometimes if we are talking about the AI, sometimes AI is missing something. What human cannot be missing that thing. That time human or coach will help us. So it's coach is play very important role. Unstructured complexity. As we know that before going to play, we are making strategies that we have to play like this, like this, like this. We make 100% strategy that we will do like this. But when we play, only 30% strategies will use playing in the playing time, during playing time. Other 70% comes according to the situation, according to the move. It's not हम AI से नहीं पूछेंगे कि हमें क्या करना है. Suppose defensive है, defense, offense क्या करना है, that time we have to take decision. AI will not help. It's our, it means 30% we planned with the AI. We planned 100%, but during the playing time we use only 30%. Other 70% we use will take our decision, because decision is depending on our situation of the tournament. But cut to match is there or one side matches is there. Preserving the essence of play. It's in a simple language that when we will take interest in game, when there is a creativity. If creativity is there, we will enjoy the entire game. If it's not, if we will follow the data only, the creativity collapse. AI is collapse the creativity, but if we'll take interest with AI and our interest, personal interest, person interest, human interest will meet together, it will creativity. The next come to the creativity and flow. Data comes from the drills. It will help in our practice. But a player, when it play freely, when it take interest or play freely, then only creativity will comes. Like we feed the data only, not players. We cannot, AI will cannot direct instructions to do. No. It's our own creativity, players' own creativity hai. If human के साथ AI का combination is the best combination. Next, please. Sometimes हमारे unpredictable movements हो जाते हैं, decision हो जाते हैं, जो accept नहीं होते हैं. Like AI tell us the options for safety, but the risky options will comes and during the play time only. So when we are playing, we'll take the risk options also and the safety point also. So AI के साथ अगर हम risk factors को लेके चलेंगे, क्योंकि risk AI को भी नहीं पता, हमें भी नहीं पता game में what will the situation will come face to situation, all the face situations like bad situations, good situation, risk, offensive, risky situations. Like these situations are there. The creative moves will be simultaneously on the spot. Next, please. Andre Player said that the football is play with the head, your feet are just the tools. Is it very true? It's very true, and but bother to us that when we are playing anything, we will play with the brain, not only football. Others, our hands or legs are our tools. Same as human brain. तो brain है, AI हमारा tool है. AI is like a tool. Then human plus AI is the best result for the better performance. I know that is the shortest, but I think that if our conclusion is this, if we are using AI in each and every field, whether it is research field or competitive field, your games field or your academics field, But whenever we are not using our brain, and brain is in human, because he only creates the AI. If we'll be both together, then we'll create activities more powerful and more enjoyable. Thank you.
Any questions, participants? Thank you, madam. I think that your talk on why ethics is so important when we use AI in sports was really the need of the hour. And you have also proved to us that humans are irreplaceable. I call upon Dr. Kanchana and Dr. Shiva on behalf of SRM IST to honor ma'am. Dr. Shiva. A round of applause, please. Thank you. The next speaker for the day is Dr. Yogesh Chandra. He is Associate Professor and Dean, School of Physical Education and Sports, and HOD, Department of Physical Education, Director of Sports, and ex-Controller of Examination, Chief Warden, and Proctor at Sports University of Haryana, Rai Sonipet, Haryana. Sir, we are honored to have you here. Sir has also completed his PhD from LNIPE Gwalior and has an MA in Physical Education from Punjab University, Chandigarh. He also received a diploma in coaching volleyball, where he acquired an A grade from the Netaji Subhash National Institute of Sports, Patiala. Sir has over 20 years of teaching experience, and he has written and edited 4 books and published over 31 research papers in indexed journals. He has over 13 book chapter contribution in edited doctoral and has edited multiple doctoral research works. He has attended over 60 national and international conferences, seminars, and workshops, both in India and abroad. Sir, it is indeed a great honor to have us with you here. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. I hope students are not tired. Good afternoon to you all. My presentation is all about the role of universities and how those universities can tie up, collaborate with the tech institutions. Especially, I made an effort in the Sports University of Haryana by working as a professor there. Is it working? Okay. So basic argument is that how many universities are there in India? Can someone tell me? Haji? Yes? 500. 515. What else? Okay. Let's make it a collaborative type of presentation. Last audience, please. Can you tell me how many universities are there in India? As per the Higher Education Survey of India, we have 1,396 universities. And can you tell me what is the budget of higher education in India? What is the budget of higher education in India? Meanwhile, they'll set up. It is 1,39,000 crore. And out of it, 60% budget is allotted to school education and 40% budget is allocated to higher education. And if I talk in higher education especially, out of this 40% budget, 22% budget is only given to central universities and IITs. How many of you knows this fact? Okay, this is my presentation that what roadmap as a sports university, because I'm working in a sports university. I was the first professor of that university, and till date I have raised this university with whatever I have learned as an athlete, as a teacher. Next, please. So there is a quote of Anton that knowledge has no value unless you don't practice it. So basic idea is there are a lot of researches going on. When I talk in terms of universities, there are three primary roles of universities. One is teaching learning process, what you learn through your content curriculum. Second is creation of knowledge. Through research, you create your knowledge. And third is expansion or extension of that knowledge into practice through different activities. If I talk in terms of sports universities or other universities, especially in terms of sports, so basic idea is the first is to deliver the degrees, second is to create knowledge, and third is to put that knowledge on such indoor halls where we are sitting or standing, you can say. Next, please. So this is the budget of our education ministry. In higher education, we are putting 5,000 crore, more than 55,000 crore. And in school education, we are putting more than 80,000 crore. Next, please. Why I'm talking about the budget? Because everything is related with finances. If this conference is being organized, a certain amount of finance is required for that. So you should know where we exactly stand. If you see the increase in budget, especially in 26-27, there is 18% increase in school education and 8% increase in higher education, and overall there is a 14% of increase if you talk in terms of average. Next, please. Just to give you an idea that where we are expanding in school and higher education. In school education, we have Samagra Shiksha, we have autonomous bodies, we have PM Poshan, PM Shri, other institutions, and this is the bifurcation of budget in crores. Next, please. Okay. One of the factors that is very interesting in this PowerPoint slide, out of 40% of higher education, 22%, 13 plus 9, 22% is alone allocated to IITs and central universities. That's why the role of IITs and central universities become more prominent as far as development of sports and their involvement into sports is concerned. Right now, we have an overall economy of, if I talk in terms of Indian sports economy, we have around 53 billion economy it was noted by a survey. $53 billion economy was there in 2023. And by 2030, the growth is almost double. It is projected that by 2030, the economy of Indian sports will be around $130 billion. I means, if you talk in terms of higher education and school education budget, alone the sports economy is very high. Lakhs of crores of rupees are going to be invested in sports. How many sports universities are there? Okay. 7. Already 12 sports universities are there and 3 are in pipeline. We'll discuss it later on. But yes, why I'm pointing up about this? Because unless higher education budget share, because these central universities and IITs will not take initiative because they are consuming most of the budget of higher education, Indian higher education, unless these technology institutions will not take initiatives. Like it was very good to see that IIT Madras was taking initiative for development of courses in various sports sciences. It is very good. Although I'm not certifying the quality of content because I have personally gone through the content of those modules offered by the IIT Madras, but it is a good initiative. At least IITs are thinking towards that. Next, please. The projected growth of Indian sports economy. Dear students, it is very interesting for you. Because in next 4 or 5 years, lot of money is coming in sports. And that money will come into the overall, if you see the total sports economy, right now it was, in 22, it was 52 billion. And by 30, it is projected by the Google and Deloitte survey. It was a collective survey. It is expected that it will be 130 billion. It is a huge amount. Because your prospective employees, you have a future in sports because that's why you're sitting here. And some of you are inclined towards sports. That's why you're sitting here. I'm sharing this opportunity with you. There is a lot of scope. And you need to decide how you will decide your role in that growth. Basic idea is why I'm sharing with you, because you will be the stakeholder of this. Already, as chief guest conveyed to you, 2030 Commonwealth Games are already finalized. 2036 is in pipeline, and most probably we are about to get that. And if it happened, the growth will have a multifold type of growth, you can say. This growth is very visible, and the particular figure may change in future if it happens, especially in terms of Olympics. And please back. Okay. And where are the growth? You see, there is a highest growth in apparels and goods. Broadcasting is second. Technology is third. And if you see the wellness related component, there is a potential growth in that. And obviously, if we will organize big mega sports events, we'll have sports tourism there, and that too have contribution. Especially if you have a tourism department, you may convey this message to them that they too have opportunity in near future. Next, please. Okay, people were saying that 6, 7 universities. If I talk dedicated sports universities, there are already 15 sports universities announced in India. Already, if you see Sports University of Uttarakhand and Young India Physical Education and Sports University Telangana, that was recently even Kishore sir, who was the principal of LNCP Trivandrum, now he is the vice chancellor of this university. And why I claim that, okay, sports universities are going to have a dominating role in near future? Because if you see, the growth. In terms of enrollment, if I talk in terms of enrollment, my university was the last which was developed in the country. And I proudly say that we are the third largest university in terms of student enrollment as far as sports education is concerned. We are offering 28 type of programs. There are 19 PG diploma in sports coaching, 5 diploma in sports sciences, and sports sciences like PG diploma in strength and conditioning, nutrition, psychology, journalism, management, all these. And apart from that, we are offering BSc and BPS 4-year program as per National Education Policy. These datas are just to make you understand that government is making the visible efforts, and those visible efforts, especially when I used to play, I am a national gold medalist in volleyball. I know when you used to play, even sometime train reservation was not there. Let me tell you, this was the scenario of the country. 96, 97, when I passed out my 12th class in 97. So that was the scenario. Although we were the national gold medalists, the scenario was that. But right now, if I talk in my university, the budget is 630 crore. If you take the example of Sports University of Uttar Pradesh, I am closely associated with the Sports University of Uttar Pradesh and Sports University of Bihar. The Sports University of Bihar budget is 730 crore rupees. So basic idea is government is serious about that. Government is putting a particular budget in sports now. And it is up to you how be the part of that progress. Next, please. Okay. This is the scenario of higher education in our country. We have 1,396 universities. We have 53,000, more than 53,000 colleges in our country. We have more than 16,000 standalone institutions. Dear kids, standalone institutions are single degree awarding institutions. And apart from that, we have 159 institute of national importance. Especially teachers like me in higher education, more than 15 lakh teachers are working in higher education, and the current enrollment is 4.46 crore in higher education. This is the ratio of students. Okay, as a higher education institutions, how we can collaborate with tech institution. I was making effort to collaborate with IIT Delhi. Somehow I had various meetings with IIT Director Ragan Beginnerji. And some of the key points next please. Okay, how tech institutions and sports universities can collaborate. Even the traditional universities can collaborate. Next please. Okay, first, we can take research initiatives, like I made an initiative to start PhD programs with IIT Delhi's. Although all points are in discussion, so I thought, okay, what to speak. I thought, okay, whatever discussion between Sports University and IIT Delhi is going on, let's point out those initiatives. Second step was we were planning to have pre-service and in-service teacher training, because continuous professional development of teacher is of most importance. I did my master's way back in 2003. So idea is the creation of knowledge is so fast that knowledge become obsolete. If continuous professional development of teachers is not there, although in higher education, we have academic staff college, or now they call it MMTTC. So use of metaverse, augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence in sports, that is one of the area where we are planning to work. Next. One thing that I would like to quote here is that I had a visit of various countries. our genes, our species are not poor or bad, you can say. We Indian are one of the finest species in the world, we can say, in terms of brain, in terms of physique. But few things in tech collaboration we can do is, that is, if we have a proper analysis of sports performance. Recently, I had a visit of Nippon Sports Science University, Tokyo, I think 3-4 months ago. Can you believe? That is a small university, not big university like SRM. In Tokyo City, very small university. They have one training block, they have one academic block and small ground in front. And the university has produced 153 Olympic medalists. 153 Olympic medalists. I'm putting in record. Nippon Sports University, that is also a private university like SRM. That university have more than 300 Olympians. That small university with 2 blocks. So idea is what they are doing. I had different visit to Japan and other countries. What I personally feel in sports is that the mechanism of sports science and the feedback of sports science we are really lacking. That's why this collaboration between tech institution and the universities are required. Joint degree programs we can start, especially in multidisciplinary universities. We can have such initiatives, certificate courses in sports technology. Right now, if you see the certificate courses in sports technology, hardly you'll find very few courses in sports technology. Next, please. Infrastructure development, especially, no doubt, where tech institution can help us. Especially, we have infrastructure, but few things are missing from that infrastructure, especially in terms of maintenance, I say. If proper exchange of tech institutions like civil branch of IIT Delhi help us in, because they are also advising in, we are spending more than 400 crore on infrastructure. So IIT Delhi is helping us in construction. So basic idea is, while laying out of play fields and other facilities, there is a big issue of maintenance. If there is a proper feedback of tech institution, I think we can have a better situation. Like exchange program, we were also planning with them. AIC means Atal Incubation Center. Production of indigenous testing equipments, that is of most concern. We have a National Institute of Food and Science Technology nearby my university. I had a visit of that Science and Technology University, Food Technology University. They have very good, sophisticated food infrastructure labs available there. Okay, please listen seriously. Last, what I'm saying is, most of the infrastructure is imported. We are not producing them. Same in case of athletes and sports. Apart from athletes, I'm making it in record. You go through any shoe company. Okay, Nike, Adidas, Asics, Mizuno. I mean, all quality shoes we are importing. There is a less production of those technologies here. Same in case of testing. Apart from athletes, whether it is testing, whether it is nutrition, whether it is other technology, we are importing that. Until unless we will not have in-house production of those technologies with cost effectiveness. We proudly say that China is doing very great. China is one of the Asian country. One of my friend visited China. He said that in every Chinese school, there are time gates for time measurement. Every Chinese school. I mean, Even very branded universities don't have a time gate for time measurement. Even for research, still we are using the manual timing. But as per COPE guidelines, manual time is not acceptable in research now. So basic idea is unless we'll not have a production of indigenous post-training and testing equipments in country, especially if there are students from technology background, this is the area where they can work. Next. High altitude training centers, MOUs, they can go ahead with development of various science labs. Why I'm saying science labs? Because let's say, okay, let's take the example of recovery. Human performance is a product of sports training, the kind of nutrition you consume, and third most important part is the kind of recovery process you have. If you have any question, you can ask, please. The third most important aspect of sports performance is recovery. And that is the most neglected part, where technology can help us, like in terms of recovery. Like a person is in recovery phase for 18 hours. Only he trained for 6-7 hours. So most neglected part is recovery. If we have a proper recovery mechanism, there are different cryotherapy chambers, there are oxygen chambers, there are various recovery tools. But how many athletes get exposure of those training recovery modules? Next. Sports apparel production is there. Because especially if Shiv Naresh, that Shiv is associated with us. Now we are doing good in apparel production. But there are certain fields like indigenous product for talent search. There are requirement of, suppose there is a university fitness app. So everybody can understand where he or she fall. We are one of the largest population in the world, but let me tell you, we are the most inactive population in the world. India is called the capital of heart diseases now. The most important reason of that particular is inactive lifestyle. So idea is, if we have a standardized, every university have a standardized mobile app, one knows where he fall, whether he is at, or he or she is at level 1, 2, 3. Accordingly, universities can design their own fitness apps. Internship opportunities, massive online courses, short-term programs are really required, because what I feel personally is, still sports education we are doing in isolation. Like you have IIT Madras doing good in sports sciences, they are interested. They have made some certain MOOC courses on that. Like if IIT Madras and SRM can collaborate in certain areas and they can come up with certain ideas or different courses, they can upgrade their courses. Next. Digital classroom is required, because sometime, especially I had interaction with a professor in, he's from the technology institution in Germany, and he was working on data analysis. So basic idea is, if we have a quality human resource with us, for example, if I have access of all the best human resource in the world through distance mode or through whatever mode is possible, or if these digital classrooms are there, so we can exchange ideas. Data research data-driven research, entrepreneurship are one of the areas where there is possible collaboration. Next, please. BSc, BTech, we were planning a collaborative course with IIT Delhi. Joint product. These are the ideas that had various level of discussion with IITs. That's why I'm presenting here. Joint projects we can do, like all the wearable technologies. I'm wearing a Garmin watch. So, or someone may be using Apple and some other watch. Or most of these technologies are imported from Taiwan, China, and other countries. Basic idea is if we start in-housing production in our country, so everybody may have such type of availability, like if you go for Apple Watch, it's very expensive. If we have an indigenous type of technology, so everybody can monitor his her fitness here. Next, please. Roundtable activities, funding opportunities we can explore. Infrastructure sharing and partnership is one of the thing. Like recently, we had a Kabaddi league in my university. Although the overall economy of sports is highly dominated by the cricket. 80% share of the sports economy is only shared by cricket, followed by Kabaddi and other games. So basic idea is that small league of Haryana, the overall net worth of that small league was 450 crore. Or small, how many of you have seen the Kabaddi Champions League on TV? That happened in my university. Our students were exposed to, they acted as a volunteer there. So basic idea is if you smartly plan activities, alone that small activity, the value was 450 crore. If you can start with different activities, hardly there are 3-4 leagues which was initiated in India. But there are more than 33 disciplines available in Olympic alone. Kabaddi is not an Olympic sport, but in India, the viewership is next to cricket in terms of, if I talk in terms of viewership. So idea is there are a lot of games available. We have a too big population. If some of you can start with own business of starting your own league, that can have a value. They can generate employment. Then that can mobilize the economy. Next, please. National repository, we can make age group related fitness norms. Next, please. So these were the initiatives that we were planning, especially if in terms of para sports equipments and production of synthetic playing surfaces. Although we are doing in-house, but most of the surfaces, even still date, we are importing from China. If technology related institutions, especially IITs, which universities, I have a list of more than 1,300 universities. If their technology department can help us in artificial surfaces that may be indigenous artificial surfaces which are cost effective, we can compete at international level. So I'll not go into that. These are the cardinal principle of higher education, that earlier it was access, equity and quality. Now accountability and affordability are added to it. The true value of higher education may be, if specifically next please, if strictly I talk in terms of university tech institution collaboration, we can make efforts at various levels. Now, because already like me, we are a settled professor, career belong to you. I already told you there is a 130 billion economy estimated. It is a huge amount. Amount is huge than the budget of your higher education and school education. So basic idea is lot of money is floating or about to float in sports. Now you need to decide where you will stand. You need to decide your role as a student, as a scholar, or as a professional, what you will and where you will stand. Thank you very much. Any question, please? Okay, no issue at all. I experiment with AICT. I already had a module on AICT available, but that is related with feminism. Agreed. As a sports university, we would be more than happy to be the part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful and wonderful session. Yeah, a question. There is a question.
Hi, sir. I'm Ashwin. I'm a sports psychologist. I don't want a question to ask you, but the thing that you brought up, no, I think I'm extremely grateful to see all these visuals and just understand how I could relate to these things. I have a friend who is a tech. Constantly, myself and him will discuss how we can bring out things, how we can connect. For instance, if I use cognitive training, I'm using an instrument that is given from America. How we can bring out from our own countries, how we can help athletes from our own countries, our own things. So with the visuals and things that you have brought up, we can see the scope, how wider the things will go, how job opportunities will come, how new courses will come. So I'm just grateful that you brought out these things. Thank you, sir.
I'm happy. May I know your name?
Ashwin, sir.
Thank you, Ashwin. I can understand your curiosity. Ashwin, in sports psychology, there is a lot of scope. Even my university is offering the PG diploma in sports psychology. Still date, how many university team have sports psychologists? No one. Very few. But there is a need of sports psychologists. One is related with human resource. Second question was related with technology. Even psychology apparatus we are not producing here. Either we import it from China or some other countries. So basic idea is already technologies existing in different countries and we are also importing it. So basic idea is if we can adopt that technology, we can collaborate with that technology. If we start production, in-house production of that technology, so we can deliver, that would be cost effective. I have given you the example of Chinese government school. Everyone has time gates for measurement. That is possible only if it is cost effective. If our apparatus are cost effective, if those apparatus are affordable, then only we can think ahead of organizing and participating and performing in different events. I have given you the example of Nippon Sports Science University. I had 2 visits of Japan. Let me, accepting it frankly, their genes are not superior than us. But yes, their efforts are very smart. So my message is to you that you can, whatever is related with psychology, whether it is human resource or technology, you can discuss both the ideas and start in-house production here only. And you can, there are different startups, government is helping in different startups. You can think of that also as a psychologist. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful and wonderful session. On behalf of SRM, to call Dr. Yogalakshmi and Dr. Sweetie Bakirani, Department of Computer Science, to present the token of appreciation to our esteemed guest. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear participants. We had some very insightful sessions in the morning from our esteemed guest speakers. Now we can take the lunch break. Lunch is served outside the venue. And after the lunch break, we will follow the conference schedule and we can reconvene here after the lunch break. We can go for our lunch break. Thank you, everyone.